Let's focus on football. Orlando Pirates have beat Mamelodi Sundowns in their MTN 8 semi-final second leg. Masandawana had what seemed to be a home advantage with an away goal on the scoreboard. However, the Buccaneers took confidence as they secured their place in the 2025 WAFA WAFA final following a 4-1 penalty shootout, which initially ended in a 2-all aggregate scoreline over the two legs. Sports reporter Yolulwe Qoshe joins us now to break down the match that took place at the Lucas Masterpieces Moripe Stadium. Yolulwe, it was not as much of a classic as we expected, but at the end of the day, we had to have a winner.
A very good evening to you, Gwena, as well as to the viewers at home, of course. Well, it was a very, very tightly and toughly contested game between two giants in Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. Now, I'll tell you what, Gwena, when two giants collide, it is only the grass that suffers. There was very little to separate these two teams, but where the game was won was at that very penalty spot. That is where Mamelodi Sundowns, so two of their key kickers, missed two opportunities to get them onto the score sheet, courtesy of brilliant saves by Sipho Chain in the Orlando Pirates goal. That then gave Orlando Pirates the confidence to go out there and make sure that they get themselves into a fourth consecutive MTN 8 final and an opportunity to win this for a record-extending fourth time in a row. Joining me now to speak about how they did that is Ezekiel Morpe, who will continue from a conversation that was cut short earlier in the day. Heroics there from Sipho Chain. Overall, in the overall balance of the two ties, do you think Orlando Pirates were the team that deserves to go through?
Yeah, thanks, my brother. Once again, Orlando Pirates, they played as a team. As they say, team together, everyone achieves more. I think they did very well. They came in numbers, the fans of Orlando Pirates. I think the coach did very well. You can see from the subs he did. Obviously, some players, they were not in the game. Looking at the likes of Tito Masonga, you can see the reason why they subbed him in the first half. But I believe bringing on Bandile Shandu, he brought a lot of confidence in the team. They played as a team. Second half, players like Abu Mawasa, he did very well. He played very well there. Kwaiba, he played very well also. I think the whole Orlando Pirates team did very well. Credit to the Orlando Pirates technical team. Credit to Orlando Pirates players and the whole Pirates players. Going back again, Mamelodi Sundowns, I think second half they were not in the game. You can see the sub. I thought the coach will start players like Shalulile after looking at the game he played against Amagezi at Polokwane. I think all the players who played in the second half, I thought Maseko will bring confidence in the team. Yes, he came in as a force, but after 20 minutes he was not there. But beside everything, Pirates deserve to win the game during the day. Congratulations to Pirates once again.
Also, do you see the patterns? It's another game where Mamelodi Sundowns took the lead against Orlando Pirates. They failed to put them away. And in the second half, they were the ones that were chasing shadows, couldn't sustain that pressure and eventually relinquished what would have allowed them to go through to the final. What do you think they struggle to control games and also to put the opposition away?
I think from the first 11 of Mamelodi Sundowns, most of their defense, you can see even the way the Grand Kekana was playing, that's why they even subbed him in the second half. I think the confidence in the team, the whole Mamelodi Sundowns team, I think the heads were down. I thought they would come strong after the victory there at Polokwane, but you can see the confidence were not there in the boys. Obviously, playing players like Maseko in this tough game, I thought coach will go for players like Shalulile and other players, Abu Lithagu. Obviously, he has been doing very well in the last games, but obviously they have a big squad. That's why they are playing all their players. But this one is a cup game. It's a big game. You know, Mamelodi Sundowns, they don't have a good record in this tournament, MTN 8. But I don't understand why coach, he benched senior players like Shalulile. I thought he will bring players like Lebu Mitiba, Eli. We saw what he did in FIFA Club World Cup. That's why I thought the coach will bring him. But besides, as we have said, they were a bit shaky at the back, as I've said, Grand Kekana and Cupido. They were not that strong today, but the whole Pirates team, they did well. They played as a team. That's why I'm saying Pirates deserve to be the winners today.
A lot has been made about the absence of Juan Lucas Ribeiro, who's made the news throughout the week, wanting to terminate his contract with Mamelodi Sundowns. Do you feel as if those type of things happening off the field are distracting the team We did speak, of course, to the coach, Miguel Cardoso, who denied that all of those things are influencing them, saying everything is still rosy within. They still have breakfast, they still have all of those things at the training. But do you feel as if there's only so much that can be kept away from the players and ultimately the way they do their things on the field?
I think the absence of Madau, Lucas Ribeiro, I think obviously is affecting the team big time. We might shy away from it, but it caused a lot of things in the team. Obviously, I heard coach talking about the fatigue. They say Pirates, they rested enough. They've been playing all over. So those are the excuses from the coach. I think the issue of Madau, the issue of Ribeiro is the main thing at Mamelodi Sundowns. They might be hiding it, but obviously it affects the team big time.
Look at the Orlando Pirates team, players like Migezeli Mbokazi, 19 years of age, already entrusted with the captain's armband, 2 outstanding legs. He's also in the league getting assists for the team from the defense. What do you make of the way that he's taken to life in his first full season of being an Orlando Pirates senior player, and how high is the ceiling for a player like that?
I think first credit need to go to Orlando Pirates technical team. That trust and the belief they did put in the boy, giving the boy Captain Ambelt. I think it was the biggest thing. I think the boy who's playing like a 35-year-old boy, the experience in the boy, very strong. The confidence is there. Again, going back, his partnership with Siema, I think they both did very well. But going back to your question, the 19-year-old Mbokazi, I thought he was going to be the man of the match, but he did very well. Even the first leg of the tournament, he protected Reyners and also all the Sundowns striking force. I think he did well, very well. Even Levo Mutiba came on the second half. He was lost because of Mbokazi. I think Mbokazi did very well. Credit goes to him again. He did very well tonight.
And lastly, Coach Abdeslam Wadu has been a tough, initial period for him at Orlando Pirates. How big is this for him? A week where he's beaten Stellenbosch for his first league win and now he's got Orlando Pirates into a cup final. How much will this mean to him in his job and going forward, as giving him confidence as an Orlando Pirates coach?
I think Orlando Pirates coach currently is the happiest man alive. I think he did very well. Again, credit goes to him. Giving Pirates 4th consecutive MTN 8 final. They did very well. I think he mastered what Pirates needed. Remember, the first 2 league games, he lost the game, but he did change the lineups, bringing back Abu Mawaso and other players, and also playing the likes of Talent Mbata. I think he got what he wanted. I think he listened to the fans. The fans were crying. They were saying they needed Talent Mbata. They needed Mabasa. I think they needed Coach Jose Rivero's past team. He did listen to the fans. I think he did very well today. Credit goes to him once again.
Ezekiel, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate your insight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that was Ezekiel Moripe just speaking about what just transpired today. Orlando Pirates making sure that they go to a 4th MTN 8 final, and they have the opportunity to extend their record in this competition to 4 victories in a row. It was a bit of a struggle. It was a tough game, but in the end, they were the team that were able to hold their mettle and come with nerves of steel when it became a game of small margins, which are penalties. Sipho Chain came out as the hero, of course, and a lot of questions that will be asked about Miguel Cardoso's Mamelodi Sundowns team failing once again to put away an opposition and just being able to be clinical enough to make it to the final of the MTN 8. It's back to you in studio.
Thank you very much, Yolulwe Qoshe, live for us there at the Lucas Masterpieces Moripe Stadium. That is where Orlando Pirates have booked their place in the final of the MTN 8, where they look like they will be playing against Stellenbosch FC, who are currently leading by 1-0 and 3-0 on aggregate.